We just had a wonderful morning hiking in the woods nearby here in Rhode Island. Absolutely gorgeous day. And I'm not going to lie, it felt more like September than August. So it got kind of me thinking like, different seasons. Of course, winter is my favorite season, but I truly love every single season. We're very fortunate in Rhode Island that we live each season to the fullest. We have hot, humid, crazy summer days where we get to go in the ocean. We've got beautiful autumns with all the leaves changing and the pumpkins and the apples. We, of course, have our beautiful winters with the snow. And then our springs are just chef's kiss, pure perfection with all the flowers. So I'd love to know, comment below what your favorite season is and why. I am getting ready for some podcasting. So our family went away for a little bit. We went to New Hampshire for Santa's Village. For those of you who don't know, it is a theme park completely themed all Christmas. Yes, they play Christmas music the entire time. It is like my very little happy place. I never went as a kid. I don't know if it was finances or, as many of you know, I do have an older sister who has special needs. So like I think too, just having limitations with her abilities prevented us from going. But since being a parent myself, I have loved taking my kids there. It is so fun. You can accomplish it within one day, and it is just like sheer Christmas perfection. So, I don't think I'm on the right thing. Hello. Can you say hi if you can see this? Because you know what? Friends? I'm only in like a couple of places. Let's see if I'm able to like click things over a little late. I am allowed to click things over a little late. Oh, good. Yay. All right. I'm like in all places at once. So do me a favor and say a little hello, lovely, down in the comments below. I can see the comments now that I've got some glasses on and things will be working. Hi, Nancy. How are you? In Central Florida, we have 2 seasons. Hot and hotter. Yes. I believe that. Chelsea says, I love the fall and the winter. I'm not built for the heat. Give me all the cool, cold weather and cozy sweaters and blankets. Oh, Chelsea, I hear ya. Ruth says, every season except winter. Winter's okay until after Christmas, and then it needs to be over, right? Oh my goodness gracious. I am a firm believer that they should change Christmas and put it to like the end of January, maybe the early bit of February, when everyone just gets like cold and sad. All right. I did put concealer on my eyes. Don't worry, I didn't forget about it. I sometimes like to let my concealer sit a little bit before I make the magic happen. And I am going to take some setting spray, and now I'm going to be able to move it around. I find when you let the concealer kind of sit on your face, it sets a little bit more. It helps really kind of do the coverage that you want. And my concealer does have skincare built inside, including caffeine. So it helps with the puffiness. It just helps with that skin. But I like it right in the inner corner where it's a little dark. Less is more. You don't need to gob a ton on. It is nice, full coverage, and you're really going to see what a nice difference it's going to make to help brighten up underneath my eyes already. Like, hello, night and day. Am I right? Yeah, so I feel like we should change the date of Christmas instead of December 25th, which is like just at the beginning of winter. Like winter just starts then. So yes, it's a winter holiday, but like you really don't get to like live it up with winter. And imagine if people had the merriment, the happiness, the music, the twinkle lights, the cookies, the movies, the parties. Like imagine if we just had more time, especially for those of us in America who like we go right from Thanksgiving right into Christmas, and it's just like such a short, merry time. But imagine if you could have that stretched out through some of the dark doldrum times of winter. I'm just flipping around my brush so I can use now a bit more softer brush. You can totally blend your concealer with your finger or even a blending bud, but I just love being able to kind of do a final step of blending just so it blends seamlessly into my skin and I don't look like the zombie that I feel like. Even though I've caught up on my sleep, I have not been feeling myself, just with some headaches and some other issues, so concealer is here to save the day. But yeah, I was talking about this with Blake because technically, of course, Christmas is to celebrate the birth of Jesus. Jesus wasn't even born in December. He wasn't because he was born and there were lambs, and that means spring. So I guess like technically it was supposed to be springtime, but then people who figured out the date figured it would be easier to convert pagans if it was around the winter solstice, so that's why they changed the date. So I'm like, it's not even his real birthday. Let's move it to like end of January, beginning of February, so we can have the twinkle lights longer, have the nice happy feelings longer, and make winter more fun. Like, just make winter more fun, please. So in our household, we keep up our decorations for much longer than normal people do. Like, a lot of people take it down like right after Christmas. A lot of people take it down before New Year's. And we used to keep things up through the 12 days of Christmas, which goes until January 6th. I'm just going to take some pressed powder right now. That is not the shade that I want, though. This is why you're not supposed to put makeup on with your glasses off. Anyone else blind like me? So I'm just going to take some of my pressed powder. This is my favorite quick foundation. I'm telling you, if you have not tried my Minute with Mary pressed powder foundation, you're doing yourself a disservice. Even for those of you who like minimal makeup, very little makeup, it's super easy to use. You can either use the sponge applicator that it comes with for a fuller coverage, or just any kind of big fluffy foundation brush. It is not a drying formula. A lot of powder foundations are drying, but mine actually has shea butter in it and other kind of skincare benefits to it. So it really helps keep the skin nice and hydrated. And rather than give like a dry, powdery look to it, it gives a very realistic skin kind of texture to it, but it mattifies your pores. Anything that would have been shiny, and shiny sometimes like shows texture. So if you don't like your pores and your fine lines showing up in texture, doing a more matte look is going to do you a better favor. So I just like to put it, I love wearing it when I'm on camera. I love wearing it in the podcast studio because, once again, if I have that shine, I don't want it to look like I'm sweaty. I don't want my pores and fine lines to be all over the place. Plus, it's just super easy. It's just super easy. I love to keep one of these in my bag so I can do touch-ups throughout the day. You can use the little sponge if you want to use it for concealer under your eyes, or if you have blemishes or age spots. I'm telling you, this is my go-to. My go-to. But yeah, that's one of the things, is we keep our trees and our lights up for a really, really long time. And we had decorated the tree. So I bring the tree out November 1st, the day after Halloween. So I actually like sneak it upstairs during Halloween week. And as soon as Halloween's done, flip the switch, and it is our Thanksgiving tree. And I have pumpkins and leaves and all sorts of stuff, because it starts to get dark, right? It gets dark at like 4 or 5 o'clock, and that's not fun. Taking some matte bronzer now to add a bit of dimension and warmth. I'm not going heavy full coverage. I am going to be wearing my glasses for this podcast that we're going to do. So I am just adding in some warmth and dimension into my face. I do not get a lot of sun since I do put on sunscreen. So I like to add in the look like I do get the sun to kiss my face, but I do it safely. So that's why I like to add in some bronzer. I just feel like bronzer screams summer. It helps slim down your face. A lot of people like bronzer even over blush. I like both. Do you like both? I just think it's fun. But yeah, so I do it as a Thanksgiving tree. And then after Thanksgiving, we take down the pumpkins and the leaves, and we put up the Christmas ornaments. And then after Christmas, we do keep the Christmas ornaments and tree and everything up through the 12 days of Christmas. So through January 6th. And then we used to take it down. We used to take it down that weekend. But since the panorama, we have kept it up much longer. And after January 6th, after the 12th day of Christmas, it turns into a Valentine's tree. And so we have a couple of trees in our house. And so the one in our dining room is the one that stays up, and I change it varied upon different holidays. So I keep white lights in it. I take down all the Christmas decorations, and I put in like fake flowers, like fake pink and red and white flowers. And it's just super cute. It's super cute, and it adds this like light and brightness into the house. Once again, in the doldrums of the winter, when everyone's kind of sad and it's dark. So let's add twinkle lights and merriment. So that's what we do. And then after that, we have been able to extend it more, so it becomes a St. Patrick's Day tree, and I put a leprechaun hat on top, and then it becomes a birthday tree because Blake's birthday is in March, and then we take it down. after that. Chelsea says, I finally wore all the makeup I ordered last month to a girls' night out last night, and I got so many compliments. Thank you for your guidance. Oh, you're so welcome, Chelsea. And if you had any questions with anything that you got, please let me know. I can help you out and do a little video and help show you some stuff. Hi, Brandy. How are you? Ormond Beach, fully agree. Winter consists of maybe a week. Get out. It feels just like a week. That's insane. It's so different because I've always lived in Rhode Island where like winter is a very, very long time. Anne is asking, which podcast am I prepping for? I think we're going to do, I have to figure that out. I have to ask Blake. We're either doing listener feedback for the mid-season finale of Outlander, or we're doing Potter. We are ready for both. Erin says, I loved your podcast on Harry Potter and Outlander. It reminds me, yes, I've seen you write that. Very cool. And Ruth says, decorations will change, but my lights twinkle till March. Oh, Ruth, I love that. Hello. Talking about Christmas trees, right? All right. So this is like my basic face. I'm not like doing crazy stuff today, but as I said, I will be wearing my glasses for at least the first podcast that we record today. So that being said, I want to make my eyes a little bit more bright. So I did add a little bit of concealer. I put on a little bit of pressed powder foundation to even some things out. Did some bronzer to add some dimension and warmth. I am going to go in with my creamy blush. I love this. If you do not have a cream blush in your arsenal, my all-in-one color stick might be your jam. It can go on top of liquid foundations, powder foundation, bare face. Like I wear this even when I don't have other makeup on. It is severely pigmented. A little goes a long way, as you can see, but you can use it as an eyeshadow, as a lipstick, and as a cream blush. Now, I put it on the high points of my cheekbones, and I'm bringing it up and back towards my hairline. And this is like really pigmented. I go a little extra when I wear glasses because a lot of this area kind of gets covered by my glasses, and I am going to blend it out. So right now I look slightly ridiculous, but you just trust it. If you are a novice to cream blush, I would say do less than I did at first and then kind of blend from there. But what I do afterwards is I kind of go back with one of the brushes that I had used prior just to help kind of blend the things together. But as I said, I will be wearing glasses, and you're going to see it like doesn't look as drastic. It still adds some nice coloring to my face without it looking like I'm trying to be a Disney princess with blush. But adding color is really important to me underneath the bright lights for the podcasting studio, especially because my hair is just going to be in a basic ponytail. We went hiking today. I'm still wearing like my fleece jacket. Oh, because this is why I was talking about seasons. Because it doesn't feel like summer. I have to whisper it. Because I don't want it to get hot. I don't want the summer heat and humidity and 100 degrees to come back, because in Rhode Island, where we do feel all 4 seasons to their fullest, super cold, super hot, everything in between, we do not have air conditioning in our schools. Let me say that again. We do not have air conditioning in our schools. So when it was my little lad's first day of kindergarten, my first time sending him off to full day school, all that kind of stuff, it was over 100 degrees. No air conditioning in the room. And you can't like keep the kid home on their first day of school. You know, they got to go in and meet the teachers and figure out the routine. I called that school no less than 3 times that day. Does he have enough water? Is he okay? Now, of course, many of us like didn't grow up with air conditioning in schools, right? Like I didn't grow up with air conditioning in schools. Many of you probably watching also didn't. But on the flip side, like some of these schools have been built recently. It's one thing if it was built in the 50s, but if you like built the school recently, why don't you have air conditioning for those poor little cherubs? So I am always afraid of heat in the summer, leading into September, leading into my kids going to school without the air conditioning, because of course they're not in yet. I am going to take a little bit of that all-in-one color stick, that cream blush, and like I said, you can use it as an eyeshadow. Because of my hooded eyes, I don't like to put it on my lower eye area. I like to put it more up here so it can be seen. What's really nice when you do this, whether it's with your bronzer or your blush, is you're just creating a nice cohesive look. Everything's going to blend really nicely together, and I am going to use this same shade. It's called Fresh Orchid. You can find it at minutewithmary.com. they all just blend really nicely together, and I will be using it for my lip color too. But yeah, so it was, how many degrees is it now? Let me see. It's cool enough that I needed a jacket this morning for the hike. I'll tell you that. Right now it is 75 degrees, so I don't need the jacket outside. Inside, it still is kind of keeping the cool, so I am still wearing it. But it was cool enough today on our hike that I needed this little fleece jacket. And it's wild. It's wild how how like unseasonably cool it has been. So I am I'm just loving it. I'm here for it. I am here for like the fallish type weather. Let's see. Put together one of Doodle's cute pink trees and decorate it for Christmas in July. And flamingos ornaments to go with it. That's awesome, Rachel. I love that. Ruth, our schools in the Midwest just got AC last year with COVID relief money. It's not to have AC. Exactly. Like, I know our schools got that relief money too. So why did they not put air conditioning in? I have no idea. No idea. But honestly, like I love this time of year. I love August when it's not super hot because our ocean is really warm. This is the best time to go swimming in the Atlantic. Probably swimming in any ocean in the Northern Hemisphere because it's had all summer to warm up. I will say there's more sharks now. So if you have like a phobia of sharks, probably not the best time to go swimming. I mean, honestly, any time of the year, if you're afraid of sharks, there's sharks. But I mean, I'm just being honest. If you watch Shark Week on Discovery Channel, they're like, off the coast of Rhode Island. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. It's definitely true. They're either in like Florida in the Keys and doing crazy stuff and checking out hammerheads, or they'll be talking about my neck of the woods between like Rhode Island and Cape Cod. But I don't have like a fear of sharks. I mean, it's so rare that you see one. It's so rare that they attack someone. I gotta knock on wood for saying that. They have been seeing a few though recently, like near regular people beaches. And when they do show up, they close the beach down. It's fine. But it's the warmest time to go swimming. So it's really, really nice. Fun fact about the sharks. So we actually have been having a lot more shark sightings because our waters have gotten so clean. In the 90s, they really began to work on saving like the bay and saving the ocean and trying to bring back the seals. The seals had been hunted, for like hundreds of years for their pelts and everything. So it became this big thing, like we need to save these endangered seals. We need to have cleaner water for them. Of course, like the people who made all that happen must not have understood the food chain, because then everyone was like, why are there more sharks? There's more sharks because there's more seals, honey. There's a lot more seals here than there have been for lots of years. So, it just goes to show you not everybody understands how biology works. But yeah, this is such a great time to go swimming in the ocean. I love it, love it, love it. The jellyfish, I think, have already gone. We usually get like an influx of jellies. And then we get an influx of like different seaweeds and stuff. And then right now it's like so nice and warm. It's so, so nice. Oh, I heard a door slam. Hopefully not a crabby kid. Let's see. Kathleen says kids here in Florida started school already. I know. It's so funny how different areas of the country start at different times. It blows my mind. Some people, like one of my girlfriends was saying her son's been in school for 2 weeks already. I'm like, my kids still have 2 weeks. It's bananas. Just for those of you who are wondering, this is my new lash product. I want to call it a mascara, but it is a lot more than a mascara. It's a 4-in-1 lash product. It's called Quadra. It is on sale this month at minutewithmary.com. So what it is a lash serum. So if you have short, stubby lashes like myself, this is going to help your lashes grow and stay in longer. Eyelashes have a very short lifespan. Okay, they fall off. They don't like to hang out too long. So what lash serum does, it doesn't like grow your lashes. It doesn't stretch them out, but it encourages them to stay in longer, which in essence then does make them grow longer. And it also helps them be healthier. So it has a lash serum, and I do still sell a lash serum, but the problem is that it's part of like your nighttime skincare routine. So if you're not ready to commit to a full nighttime skincare routine, including a nighttime lash serum, then that's not going to work for you, because for lash serums to work, you need to wear it almost every day. So if, like me, you wear mascara almost every single day, this is going to be the way to do it. So it is a lash serum. It is a lash primer, which allows your mascara to stay on better and smoother. It is super buttery smooth. And then it's a tubing mascara. So these tubes, which you can't even see, form around your lashes, and they make it really easy to wash off. Like, you just need warm water and you go like this and the little tubes wash off. But it doesn't come off if you're crying. It doesn't come off if you're swimming. It's waterproof, and does all the things. So for me, I'll tell you, I have sensitive eyes. I wear contacts a lot of the time. I mean, you see with my glasses. So if I'm not wearing glasses, I'm definitely wearing contacts. And I have allergies 3 out of the 4 seasons of the year. So I have watery eyes, and I used to have to wear waterproof mascara or a mascara with a lash primer underneath to help kind of be a barrier for my eyes. And this, that always would work for me, but it was like multiple steps, right? So I was either wearing waterproof mascara, which isn't the best for you to wear every single day since it dries out, it's hard to remove, it's like harsh on your lashes. So if you're trying to grow your lashes, waterproof is not the way to go. So primer for me worked. Primer with mascara on top created that barrier, but it was always like a 2-step process, which was fine. I totally got used to it. I loved it. But now that there's a 4-in-1 product. So it has the lash serum, which is growing my lashes, helping them be nice and healthy and long and strong, has the primer, has the mascara, plus the tubing. This is where it's at. So as I said, it's called Quadra. All of my eye products are on sale this month. Eyeshadows, eye brushes, liquid shadows, the Quadra, my other mascara products. So in August, I got you back when it comes to mascara and to lash products. Let me see what you wrote, my friends, because I have got to wear my glasses for it. Oh, I love the Rhode Island beaches. Yeah, they're so great, Sarah, aren't they? They're so awesome. And then don't start homeschool stuff until September 1st. Back to Hogwarts Day. I love that. That is so great. And Kathleen, hey Mary, have you and Blake sent the Michael Mouse shirt yet? No, we have not sent them yet. They have not arrived to our house yet, so they have not been sent out yet. Great question. All right, my friends. So there you have it. Oh, I forgot using the cream, the all-in-one color on my lips, because I do have like a chapstick on. Just excuse me. Don't have my little tissues right here. That's what I get for traveling and having things all out of sorts. So once again, this color is called Fresh Orchid. I have 4 different shades of my all-in-one color stick. It's 10-hour wear. It lasts so incredibly long. I love this. In my bag, if I've got nothing else on my face in regards to makeup, I can do my cheeks, do a little bit of contouring, some eyelid, and some lips. This one, the Fresh Orchid, is the most like deep raspberry pink. I've got a cinnamon latte shade, which is a bit more of like a reddish brown shade. Then I have a peony pink, which is your true like nice little petal pink, and then a barely blushing, which I almost, for me, I use more as a highlighter, but if you're fairer than I, you may like that shade as well. So it's what I used. You could see the blush around here, really creamy, but once it sits on your face, it sets really long, and a little goes a long way. And what I like about it as a lip product is it ends up acting like a lip stain, meaning it goes on creamy, but once it sets, it doesn't, you feel like there's nothing on your lips. So you're not going to have to worry about it transferring onto mugs or water bottles or a saxophone if you're like me. And then I personally take my finger and kind of mush it around a little bit. But I love that it's like 3-in-1. It's cheeks, you know, your eyeshadow, and then your lip product. And you can see this is how, when it's like a potent just by itself, that's how nice and beautiful and strong it is. So this color, once again, is called Fresh Orchid. It's a beautiful raspberry kind of shade. You can see it right here, right there, what it would look like, you know, blended out a little bit more, but just a really nice cream blush that doubles for eyeshadow and lip products as well. All right, I am going to head on down and get ready to podcast and send some things off. I don't yet know if we're going live. Just being home with the kids and the dogs, sometimes it's easier for us not to be live. So if you are on our email list or anything like that, you'll be able to know, or you could just make sure you have our notifications set. But we are excited. We have a lot of podcasting to crank out between vacation and then my not feeling well. It just took a while for us to get the steam and get the juices flowing. So here we are. But as I said, I'm going to be very casual for this first podcast, as we did just get back from hiking in that gorgeous, mild August weather that we had. I hope that you have a great day. Thanks for tuning into This Minute with Mary. If you ever have any questions about makeup or skincare, I would be more than honored to help you out. Of course, I podcast. I'm a mom to our kids, but I also love to help people feel more confident and creative when it comes to their makeup and their skincare. So this month is a special for Everything Eyes, including that 4-in-1 lash product, my Quadra, all of the eyeshadows. But if you have questions about foundation or lip color or skincare, I'm still your girl. I would be honored. So just shoot me a message. You can also head to minutewithmary.com and you can see everything that I have there by clicking the shop button. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk with you soon.